Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the first Ride the Pattern for the 2025 Youth World Show. I'll introduce my rider here today, someone I'm pretty proud of. Alexis Potts, my daughter. She and her 4-year-old mare was a youth kid. For some of you that don't know, was spent her whole youth career in this, is now an amateur. We're going to go over, starting with the Champion of Champions, 13 and under, and the 14 to 18. Lex, you can start making your way down here. In all patterns, the cone will be 30 feet off the wall. It'll be at the Smart Equine sign over on this side. It'll be at the Bank of America on the other side. Keep in mind, the judges will be over on the left side of the arena when we come in. The final of this first set of patterns, we'll want to stay off that wall, kind of mirror this side at your best ability, thinking that you want to stay off that wall a little bit, ending in the same spot that the cone is here. We want to use the arena to our best of our ability. So this first line is going to be a left diagonal, changing the right diagonal at center, continue through the corner. We want to get and use up most of the arena space. We see that looking to be somewhere around Bank of America at the other end. That's not a definitive, it doesn't have to get there, but that utilizes the pen to its best ability. You want to go through the whole thing, or you want me to talk it first? Okay, I'll finish talking it and then we'll demo it. Turn the corner, canter left lead through the corner, diagonal line back towards the center, their start cone. After you've come through the corner, we're going to look for our lead change. Change lead, simple or flying. The simple can be done through a walk or trot through the rule book. Pick up our right lead on the center, on the midline. Midline will be the left side of the gate at the hinge. Pick up our lead changes before it at center line. We'll pick up our hand gallop. To 3/4 of a circle. So we're going to come in. This line will be somewhere on the quarter line of the arena, coming back up. And then 3/4 of a circle, we're going to collect. At center, we're going to sit trot, 2 square corners, 2 point at the trot, 3/4 of that line. Slow to a forward walk, halt when even with the start cone, and back approximately 1 horse length. Your pattern is complete. So she's going to approach the cone. The cone will be on your right, left diagonal, to center, changing the right diagonal, continue through the corner. The center is marked with the 2 red lines. Keeping a nice straight line, utilizing the majority of the arena, turning the corner, and completing a left lead. Straight line across the top, through the corner, change lead, simpler flying. Hand gallop at center for 3/4 of a circle. At the 3/4 mark, we're going to collect to a canter. At center, sitting trot, 2 square corners. Into our 2 point. Into our walk. A nice forward walk. That last line is pretty good. It should somewhere between the Chewy sign in Oklahoma City. That's not exact, that's just kind of a reference point to give you the right spacing. Questions on any part of that? Very good. Move on to our next. Yell out if you have a question. I don't see any hands. No? The next will be the level 2, 13 and under finals. Very similar layout in this. The same first line, only now we will go a third of the line in the left diagonal, a third of the line 2-point, and a third of the line right diagonal, the remainder of the line and through the corner. Canter left lead to and through the corner. This time we will do a change of lead, simpler flying again. Canter right lead and move up into the hand gallop prior to center. So we need to be in that hand gallop prior to center. Same line through the bottom. And we'll hand gallop a half of a circle. So down here at the bottom of our line, we'll collect to our regular canter, cantering up to the center line. Sitting trot again, to and through the two corners. Out of the second square corner, we will pick up our right diagonal. Down here at the bottom again, we'll slow to our walk, halt and back, approximately 1 horse length, and pattern is complete. And 2-point. Then do a right diagonal, to and through the corner. Make sure we complete the corner. We're on our straight line. Left lead. Through the corner. Simpler flying out of the corner. Hand gallop before center line. Hand gallop. This time we'll be slowing to our collected canter after a half circle, so at the bottom of this circle. And collected. To the center line. To and through 2 square corners. Back to the original cone line, which is at Bank of America. Back 1 horse length. Pattern is complete. Questions on the level 2, 13 and under finals pattern? Yep. Yeah. Ideally, we would end at 30 feet off that wall as over here. The pattern is going to push you over there. So I agree. She needs to try to practice to stay off. That's roughly going to be where that Chewy sign all the way over here to the Oklahoma City sign off the wall. Because the judges will be sitting over there. So if we can stay off that wall.
I was going to say, so we're not sitting over there. So can you ask someone over there? Like, can they see if you're that close?
How about you guys? The question is, can you guys see her stop back from that wall on her final line? Yeah. So that's as close as you would want to get. And that, to me, that's pushing it. Like if I'm schooling her tonight for tomorrow, I would be telling her, make sure to push both parts of that square corner over and make sure to try to stay off that wall, similar distance as this over here.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yep, very good question. Now, it's not a penalty. There's nothing in that that's going to be exact, but that would be the ideal. Very good. More questions? Yep. You're good. Keep me on track here. Level 3 prelims, level 2, 14-18 finals. Is that the next one, correct? Is that what you got, Lex? Okay. Once again, trot left diagonal, a third of a line, 2-point, a third of the line. and then right diagonal the remainder through the corner. Canter left lead, to and through the corner. Change of lead, simpler flying. Canter right lead and move up into the hand gallop prior to center again. Continue around until this halfway point, which then you're going to collect, break to a simple change on the corner, pick up your left lead, back to center. At center, you're going to sit trot, to and through 2 square corners, right diagonal, slow to a forward walk, and halt when even with start cone back approximately 1 horse length. We'll start left diagonal, a third of the line. Our 2-point, a third. And our right diagonal, the remainder. 2 and through the corner, picking up our left lead. Come through the corner, change of lead, simpler flying. Pick up our hand gallop prior to middle, hand gallop. At center, at the bottom down here, we're going to collect our canter, present the collection of canter, then into a simple change. Probably need to see a little more collection of the canter before. Sitting trot, square corners. Trying to stay off that wall if possible. Working walk. And stop back. Questions on that pattern? Everybody good? Questions over here? Yes? So it's going to come fast, but I would say at the very bottom of the is where you collect. Make sure to get a stride or 2 of collection before the simple change, because it does ask for a collected canter. Oh, I'm sorry, collected canter. Let me get on the right. Make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Simple change. Yeah, so half a circle, collect. So you need to have a moment of collection prior to that simple change. You want to see that part again so we can, Lex, we do that part again? Just come up for your hand gallop line. Canter right lead, move into hand gallop prior to center and continue for a half circle, collect. Then simple lead change. Good. A little bit of baby horse moment there, but want to see the finish of our circle, or of our half circle, collect a stride, maybe 2, into that simple change. Questions down at the end? You want to see the other shape on paper? Okay. So as she learns the other shape of the last pattern, I really want to thank Nutrena Feed, everyone at AQHA. They are, through both your support and their support, have donated over $400,000 that's gone into, or has been given out in the crisis fund for our AQHA professional horsemen. I would encourage any of you out there that are professional horsemen, if you aren't one, find somebody here that is, go to this and find someone at AQHA, become part of it. It's a great way, one, to be involved in our organization, but also the crisis fund is a great fund to go out there. The endowment fund is to help someone in need when they need it most. So there aren't any green buckets now. They'll be out the rest of the ride, the patterns. Be sure to give a donation. Go to the office if you don't want to do it in cash and you want to do a different type of donation. But please reach out. Nutrena will match everything that we put in. So it's a great way to give back to your trainers, your coaches, and help support them. You ready for the next one? Whew, I can't even flip my papers that fast. So our last pattern we're going to do is the hunt seat equitation, the level 3, 13 and under finals pattern. Pattern will be 30 feet off that wall. You can see how much closer she was to the wall, so if we can try, if you want to stay off that wall in those other patterns, that's your 30-foot mark. The pattern will start to the right. At start cone, we'll back approximately 1 horse length, trot left diagonal. At center, trot right diagonal. Halt at the end. So we're going to be up and around the shorties, up in that corner area. Use up most of the arena if we can. 180 turn on the forehand to the right. We're going to sit trot a square corner at center and continue to the midline. Canter right lead circle. At center, change lead, simple or flying. Canter left lead circle, building to a hand gallop. Collect the canter, the last quarter circle. At center, 2-point at the trot, slow to a walk. Then even with start cone, pattern is complete. Ready? All right, at start cone, back 1 horse length, left diagonal trot. At center, right diagonal. We're going to halt at the end, right turn on the forehand. Sitting trot, square corner to midline. That would be middle, middle. Canter right lead circle. At center, a change of lead, simple or flying. Canter left lead circle, building to a hand gallop. We're going to collect the canter on the last quarter. So we'll get roughly to 9 o'clock on the clock. Work the diagonal back down over to the smart equine side. 2-point at the trot at the center line. Slow to walk when even with start cone. Pattern is complete. More questions on that one? All good? Is there any questions on any of the previous patterns that anybody's had so far? That's great. Can we give a round of applause for Alexis and Lucy? Thank you.